Hello, good evening and welcome to G Sport on Joy Prime. My name is Mzgee, and I'm sure that you know by now that there's been some craze to look sexy by a lot of women, and we've heard about a lot of people who initially didn't have a certain Coca-Cola shape, or how do you call it, hourglass shape, or however you want to put it, but all of a sudden have developed these shapes. And people say had flat chests, you know, for lack of a better expression, now have, you know, very heavy chest, and you know what I mean. People who didn't have the big behind, all of a sudden have big behind. They have a slender tummy, and there's so much pressure on other people to look this way. Some people might have been to the gym and worked their body out, but there's a rise in the number of people who seem to have undergone the knife. The conversation has been had in time past. Some people have been bold enough to talk about it. Some actually not too confident to tell us how they manage to get the figure. Today on the G Spot, we are talking about body enhancements. Why is the craze that, you know, why is the craze on the rise, and why is it just about women? And let me introduce to you the two gentlemen who will begin this conversation with us in no particular order. But I'd like to start from my extreme left, and he needs no introduction actually. He is a veteran. I grew up in senior secondary school. I remember we used to go to our housemaster's house to go and watch Things We Do for Love, just to see Pusha do his work and throw his bandana and all that. And now I am privileged to be having a conversation with him on G Sport. He's a veteran by all standard. He still is acting. He's impacted a lot. And I hear he teaches at NAFTI as well. So he's impacting society with the knowledge he's gotten over the years. Next to him is Cabum the rapper. Cabum has been rapping for as long as I can remember. And his father was a musician, so he runs in the family. And he's talking about people getting married. And so he will tell us whether he's looking for a lady with an hourglass shape, since he said he's still yet to find somebody. So these two gentlemen will start the conversation with me here whilst we get ready to also receive the women, and later we'll do the battle of the sex. So stay tuned. And my makeup was by Gion Aesthetics. We are shooting from the premises of Furniture City. It's on the Spintex Road. It's 2 minutes or a minute away from the Flower Pot roundabout, and they have an ultra modern shop here. If you want furniture for your home, your church, school, and also for your workplace, please come to Furniture City, or you can call them on 0244 21 3333, 0244 21 333, or on 054 031 4948. You can actually WhatsApp that number. They say 054 031 4948. So let's get the conversation started with this outfit from Brie Redua and Glow City Wear. Their number will be on the screens for you. So thanks to Brie Redua and Glow City Wear. My makeup products were from, or are from, Pineapple Cosmetics. Her number also will be on the screen. And the fabric is from Adoma Fabrics. Her number will be on the screen as well. You're welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so I don't know what you've seen online, but I'm sure that you've heard, if not seen, that there's a certain craze, a certain want, I don't think it's a need, for women to look a certain way. And it's not because they're going to work their body out in the gym, but it's because there are some surgeons who say, we can actually recreate your body. Have you seen, have you heard?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, okay. And what do you make of it, since you've seen and heard?
Well, you know, of course, this is not the first time I'm hearing this, or I've seen a couple of images as well. You know, for me, the fact that, you know, we're able to do certain things today in this era that we couldn't do in a certain era doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad or wrong. For me, I think that the motivation behind these things is what I would zoom into. And so it's not an issue of condemning someone for going, you know, through a process of enhancement. I think that choices are left to us to make, and for whatever purposes, for whatever reasons, you know, why we want to do that. I think that everybody is responsible enough, right? And I'm sure these are not kids. And so this is not an opportunity to condemn anyone. I just hope that the motivations for doing it is okay. Okay. Yeah.
Let's take your first words, Cabum, before we ask any further questions.
To me, it depends, you know, because maybe if maybe me, I want to go to the gym, maybe it's because it's coming from my management. Because always my manager always tells me that, yo, Cabum, you have to go to the gym, you have to gym, and then work out.
So you don't have a need to go and see a surgeon.
No, me, I always want to be like this.
You want to be like this. But what do you make of the women who, you know, are more interested in enhancing either their backside or, you know, or the front side?
To me, it's not cool. It's not cool. To me, it's not cool because it doesn't see like looks real. You know what I mean? It doesn't look real because anything that you do, maybe today, some years later, you'll regret. For example, like Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson did body enhancement, but at the end of the day, he regretted. You know what I mean? So it doesn't speak well to me.
Now, but if you say it doesn't look real, is it because you knew the person before, or it doesn't look real even if you don't know the person?
No, it doesn't look real if you know you don't have that fat ass. But you know, because you know maybe some guys they like fat ass or they like big boobs, so you want to go and, you know, just fake it. It's not cool to me.
It's not cool to you.
Nah, not at all.
Adjetey, you said you know the motivation is what is important. I dare ask if your wife walked up to you one day and said, look, babe, I think that I've got a lot of fats.
I don't have a wife.
No, not you. I'm talking to Adjetey now.
Okay.
So I think that I've got some fat in my tummy area. I think that I don't like the way I look at this point.
Yeah.
And I want to go do this. Would you endorse?
Look, we'll discuss it. It's not a yes or a no immediately, because then, even though, you know, look, there are things that we have to compromise on sometimes in a relationship. I may not necessarily like that, but because she's uncomfortable, you know, maybe she's having some loose flesh somewhere and it makes her uncomfortable and she's not happy. I would look at, okay, what is the safety in that? Okay, is it technology that has been enhanced? He mentioned about Michael Jackson in those days. I would say that some advance you know, we've had some advancement in those areas, surgical, etc. But even more better today. So I would say that, you know, it might have improved today. But once again, safety would be my concern, that whether when she goes through that process is safe, it won't have side effects later on. And if those things are assured, and you know, I could get the sense that she really wants to do this, and it would make her very happy. Why not? I may take it. I may give my okay on it. But then again, you know, the reason why I said motivations is that there's some people who would just want to do it because probably they want to just attract men, and not necessarily I'm doing this so that. Or it's just between me and my fiancé or my partner or my wife or my husband. And so I think that we should be careful of those things because sometimes we end up, you know, regretting some of these choices that we make.
Like you said, it looks like the men are the issue. Most often, of course, if we're just women in this world and we all had, you know, flared, bulging tummies, and we won't be concerned because another woman has it. But it looks like it's because of the men and the fact that women want to look attractive to these men. So you are the problem.
No, not all men that likes, you know, like a woman with maybe big boobs or fat ass or maybe that small stomach. You know what I mean? So
the majority of you, that's what you like. See there, you know, and people are making songs out of these things, and so it looks like there's so much pressure on the women.
For that one there,
even your rap, sometimes you say it.
And I say F it. It's nice, but listen, it's nice, but if you don't have it, don't force yourself.
But you say it's nice. I want to also belong.
Okay, if you can do, let's say, you can hit the gym for it.
That's too much work.
No, but. To me, I think that's the nice
the best.
Way. Yeah, that's the best.
So you don't agree that men are the problem?
No, we are not the problem. Okay, we might be the problem, but you know,
you're giving the women pressure.
Some way, somehow.
To some extent, you agree. I just said, do you also agree that the problem is actually the way the men are relating to the women and behaving to women or towards women, not all men though, who may not have the right or that kind of shape. So I remember when I was younger, there was a song by Kwade, you know, that kind of thing. So you begin to feel like you do not belong.
You know what, I don't entirely agree that men are the problem. we may be the reason for some of these decisions or choices that women make. But hey, man, if this is how I am, and love me for what I am, basically, because you see, at the end of the day, people would choose this flesh and this body would wither sometime to come. But then, when that withers, you have substance remaining that would just take you, further. And so when we don't take substance, as the foundation, but rather just the looks, we might be digging a grave, that would bury ourselves in. And so we have to be careful that it's not for immediate gratification, but the long term, when these things wither, would I still want to be with? And that is why when some men have problems when it seems as if the women are losing all these features. Now they want to focus on the younger ones, and so it could be a problem.
We'll have the women join us, and then when they come back during the battle of the sexes, we'll talk about what he just said. The last bit of what he said, it looks like that's the reason a lot of these women would not let themselves be. But Adjetey and Cabum will take leave of us, but they'll be back during the battle of the sexes whilst we have the women join us. Please.
If you are not in somebody's shoe, you can't say body enhancement is not good. People do it for so many reasons. People do it because they feel they're not confident, so they need to do it to make themselves feel confident. People do it because of health reasons.
I don't believe in body enhancement, seriously. And it will be very difficult for me to talk about it.
All right, welcome back to the G Spot here on Joy Prime. We're on DSTV channel 281. You want to join the conversation on our Facebook pages and on other social media platforms here on Joy Prime. And the ladies are in now. And if you just joined, we were talking about body enhancement, the craze to look super sexy and have that good shape. Most often for that man, or sometimes for yourself. The ladies will tell us whether it's for themselves or whether they think it's for ourselves or we are doing it for the men as well. Ohema Mercy is having the Tehillah experience. It's something that you need to be part of because the gospel fraternity talks about it, and even the celebs. I've seen a lot of celebs, Stacey Amwati and Mama Brown, and some other celebs show up at the Tehillah experience. It's happening again on the 11th of August. You need to be at the International Central Gospel Church, Calvary Temple, Sakumono, close to the traffic lights. You need to be there to have this experience with Ohema Mercy. And this year, are we bringing any foreign artists?
No, we're doing the African.
We're doing African artists. Yes. So let's go support our own, worship in our own style with Ohema Mercy. And seated by Ohema Mercy is the Sadia herself. Ruth Oti is her name. She's the lady who plays Sadia. And it's on competition, eh? I was going to mention, but it's on TV. But she plays Sadia, and she's here to join the conversation, and definitely we're going to have a good one. So we're talking about body enhancement. Let me start from you, Ohema, because you have, over the period, managed to look very, very cute. When she was coming, I said, hey, this one girl, babe, this is Ohema Mercy. And did you have to undergo the knife to look this way?
No, I have to keep myself very well. I do a lot of exercise, and I eat very well.
Oh, I see.
I watch on my diet, and then I eat a lot of organic foods.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, but you've never been...
Never.
You've never been... Okay.
Never will I do it.
Oh,
I will never do it.
Okay, but is it because you've had 3 boys?
Yes.
Have you had to do cesarean sessions?
Yes, all of them.
All of them cesarean?
Yes.
And yet you have a flat tummy?
Yes.
I thought they say when you do cesarean, you don't get flat tummy.
It's a lie. It's really, really difficult when you do cesarean section and you have to keep yourself. But it's self-discipline. If you discipline yourself and you are determined to look good, you will.
So you didn't let them take the excess fat from your tummy after your...
Never. I don't believe in that.
You don't believe in that?
Oh, yes, because every creation that God created is good and it's excellent. I don't believe in you attaching yourself with something or going to take any fat. It is you that have to work on yourself to look good.
Okay. Okay, I'll come back with you brought about something. I'll come back with another question. But Ruth, what about you? Is this something that you subscribe to? Is it something that you think you will do one day?
I think people that do body enhancements are smart.
Oh, I see. Tell
Yeah,
me.
they are. How do I even go about it? Okay, so I'll start with creation. God created the heaven and the earth, the plants and other stuff, and He created mankind. He created a man and a woman. And we are being told that God created a man in His own image. We don't know if God is a male or a female, but He created both man and woman.
He created man, okay,
And
yeah.
He created man and woman
Yeah.
in His own image.
Yeah.
So now, after God, after He created the sea, the plants, the what have
everything
you,
He created, yeah.
man-made did other stuff to make living convenient
Like
for
what
all of
stuff?
us, like lights, air conditioning, and other stuff for our own use. Okay, so man-made, after everything that they've made, they made food for us, and the food that you eat, you tend to be fat. You know, some of the food, when you eat, you become
Because she
fat.
said she eats organic and she's not fat, so.
No, organic, natural is still man-made.
It's not. God gave us the plants, organic, the plants and all that. God
No,
gave us.
it's still man-made because
Is it?
man planted it and they have fertilizer in it. You know, so just some parts of it can make you fat. And then the same man has made another alternative to take away the fat. So it's about the have and have not. If you don't have, you don't say it's not good. Because I believe if each of us had, like, let's say, some of us, okay, had like 1 billion in our account, and you have to spend it on your body, you have to invest it on your body, I don't think it's something you out not to do.
But if you pay for the gym, you're still investing in your body. Or that's not an option to be considered at all.
No, you're still investing in, but I believe the body is the temple of God. The body is our home, and it's our responsibility to decorate it.
It's still the temple of God. Still, you believe that somebody should use the knife to take a part of the temple of God.
You know, it's an individual decision and thinking. People just don't do body enhancements because they want to do. If you're not in somebody's shoe, you cannot judge.
No, we're not judging. We're just talking
Oh no,
about.
I'm just saying. If you're not in somebody's shoe, you can't say body enhancement is not good. People do it for so many reasons. People do it because they feel they're not confident, so they need to do it to make themselves feel confident. People do it because of health reasons. Some go through breast cancer and then they have to enhance it. People do it because...
But if you have taken, well, I'm not too sure I have knowledge about that. I thought they take the lump off. How do you enhance it again?
There are ways of doing it.
Okay.
There are ways of
maybe
doing it.
the surgeons and the doctors will talk about that. But Ohema, you raised a point that you don't subscribe to it. Then you said something, I forgot what you said, but it drew my attention to the fact that God created these surgeons as well. They need to feed, they need to eat. And so somebody needs to undergo the knife so they can also be paid.
From what my sister is saying, that I realize that it's the individual and your decisions. Some, like what she said, some don't really have the confidence in themselves. They're looking at somebody with a sexist body shape, and they feel how they are is bad. They have to go and add something to it or remove something to look the same like what they are seeing outside. But I believe that if you believe in yourself and know that God really, really created you and you are beautiful, there's no need going to enhance yourself to look beautiful. Naturally, you look beautiful. So what do I do to look more nicer? That is what I really, really want everybody to understand, that physically, when you are at a particular age, there is a need. Like, even the doctors will advise that there are some foods you don't have to eat. You understand? It's not, I don't believe in body enhancement, seriously. And it will be very difficult for me to talk about it.
To talk about saying, go for it.
Go for it. But I believe that naturally, if you want to look sexy, if you want to look good, there are so many ways you have to undergo to look very, very
Which is about eating good and hitting the gym. But that's too much work, Ohema.
I know, but
you see, the easy way,
you see
like
now,
you said, somebody has too much money in their account. They don't know what to use it for.
Now, most of us are very, very lazy, especially we women. Because what if there is no body enhancement?
What if there's nobody?
Body enhancement.
Yes, what if there is
think
no
that
The
body
body,
enhancement?
body enhancement, okay, come to think of it in a broader sense, makeup is a body enhancement.
Well, it is not
No,
taking,
in this
it's not
sense, we are
undergoing
talking
the knife.
about you taking
It
some
wasn't
part of
specific
your
as
body.
in body enhancement being stomach tacking or ass.
Oh, we
or
are talking
boobs.
about people wanting to add,
That's exactly
add,
what we're talking about.
take
Add
out,
something.
add,
Yes.
get an hourglass shape, you know.
They tend to do eye tattoo. They tend to do. They do other stuff.
But
on the
that is
face
not
with
that is
makeup.
not surgery. It's not surgery. It is you know, you see, the thing is that cosmetic surgery, it's not makeup. It's about, maybe you say your chin has fallen, you want to lift the chin. That's what they say cosmetic surgery is. And it's still undergoing the knife. They need to cut some parts to whatever.
Yeah.
We are talking about people having to go lie down and say, I don't like this part of my body. Either you're taking it out or adding something to it.
Then
Something
maybe
to
you're
it.
taking me out of context, because what I know is body enhancement. That is enhancing the body, either artificial technology or cosmetics. It's still an enhancement. So once we're referring to body enhancement, it's got to do with all these things.
But it has got nothing to do with makeup.
Makeup is an enhancement.
It's a facial.
It's a
it is
temporal-
beautification.
No, it's a
something.
temporal
It is
body
it's-
enhancement. It's
Oh.
a temporal body enhancement.
Is it?
But unfortunately, we're talking about body enhancement. So we're talking about the temporal and then the
Artificial.
Is makeup body enhancement or is
The reason is that most of the people do tattoo with their eyelashes and everything.
but
You know,
well,
when people are aging, they tend to have wrinkles around their eyes. And they put things in, like, you know, to prevent the eyes from being
Yeah.
wrinkled, they put other stuff.
put
That's
some
enhancement. You're enhancing the
creams
face.
on
okay,
your
let's
So
move
it's-
away from that, because I don't have. I'm still
With
finding it
body
difficult to accept
enhancement,
that.
It's a
You are
broad.
en-
It's very, very
yeah, it's very
broad.
broad, and I feel it's an individual decision to do body
Do
enhancement.
you think that? Well, let's say. Do you think that these decisions, since you say it's an individual decision, she talked about the fact that sometimes people lack confidence, and so they do it just to boost their confidence. But majority of the people, they say, do it because the men say this is what we want. This is what we are preaching, and our movies portray such. Our songs talk about such. There's a lot of things we see around us that makes it look like this is an ideal shape that every woman should have.
Not necessarily, because I'll say if 50% of women that do body enhancements are based on beautifying their body, it wouldn't be because of a man. That's why they're beautifying it. They might have their own personal reasons why they are trying to
You think that
beautify
if
their
we had
body.
only women in this
I've
world,
seen
anybody
women-
would be concerned
I've
about?
seen women who have big boobs and big butts and they're not confident. I've seen women with flat ass and no boobs and they're confident. So it's an individual decision that if you feel that you do not have boobs, you don't have ass, and enhancing it will make you feel confident, it's an individual decision. It's not something categorized as in you do body enhancement because of men and you want to feel beautiful. I feel it's an individual decision.
Men doing it
Okay.
to feel attractive to women too.
I see.
Oh yes, I've seen couple of
it's
it.
news to me.
Oh yeah, I've seen
So
couple
they do
of
what?
it.
They go and take their pot belly off.
Some go and do their pot belly.
There are some men that do penis enlargement.
Hey, I've not seen that. I have not.
Yeah, sorry.
you guys seen
That was just by the way. But it's still part of the body because women are doing their
Okay,
ass
so
and
the
men are
men, the men will come and then we'll ask
So
them.
it's not only women.
Okay, but so no, but let me get that one well before we go on the break. The men go and say, please, I want a flatter tummy.
Yes, most of them.
And then they do and get six packs as well.
Yeah.
And then they have things they
And some do
take to get
face
muscles
lifting
and
and
other
all.
Men do face lifting.
Yes, I've seen couple of it.
This is news to me. Like, so and they are doing it for the women, or they are also doing it for
It
themselves.
depends. It depends on what they want. Actually
Okay.
want.
I think
So-
it's an inner feeling. They do
Okay.
to feel attractive.
On this note, maybe it's too much money too. On this note, the men will join us. We'll have the battle of the sexes. Let's get to find out from the men. They said now they are also doing it, and whether they are also doing it for the women, or like Adjetey mentioned earlier, they are doing it for the young girls because they think that the women, you know, might have gained flesh and they cannot go on the road or whatever it is. Oh, you know, oh, sir, if I ask you into details why you've gone to hit the gym and you're looking young, if you go into it, Papa, you see that some part of it is to make your husband also happy.
Oh, and
oh, some part of it is there. But we'll come back with the men and we'll have the battle of the sexes here on G Spot. Please stay.
People who go for surgeries and they lose their lives, and the others come in crippled.
You know, these days we have quack doctors doing things.
You don't have the two doesn't mean you are not nice.
So you do it to make yourself happy. Desire achieved is joyful to the heart. So if
welcome back, and it's the battle of the sexes here on G Sport on Joy Prime. My name is Mzgee, and we are coming to you from the premises of Furniture City, located on the Spinkters Road, a minute or so away from the Flower Pot roundabout. They have an ultra-modern showroom here. You need to come here for furniture for your home, for your church, your school, and your office as well. And for decor, come to Furniture City. You can reach them on 0244213333, 02442133, or you can WhatsApp them on 054-031-4948, and they'll be glad to serve you. I want to say a special thanks to Pineapple Cosmetics for providing us with cosmetics, makeup for the show, and also to Gion Aesthetics for making us up here on the show, and also to Brewe Dua and Glow City Wear for my outfit. And she's located at Kwabenya Regimanuel Balloon Gate Estate, and you can reach them on 0277 133 481, 0277 133 481, or on 0302 90 9881. And Adoma Fabrics provided us with this authentic GTP fabric. You can reach out to Adoma Fabrics and also get your fabric, and she can deliver to you wherever you find yourself. But back to business here on the G Spot. We've been talking about body enhancement, the craze, the need for it. Is there a need? Why should we? Adjetey says there's a motivation. There must be a motivation. What is your motivation, if you've ever thought about it, or if you've done it? Maybe you want to share your motivation with us on our social media platforms. But here with me, in no particular order, from my extreme left, is actor Adjetey Anang, and he's featured in a lot of movies, from way back, Things We Do for Love, to so many movies. Till date, he's still acting. He's also a lecturer at NAFTEAM, so if you want to enroll there, know that he'll be one of the people that you will be encountering there as well. And next to him is Ruth Oti. She played Sadia. She's the lead character for Sadia. She's Sadia in Sadia. And next to her is one and only Ohema Mercy, the lady with a Tehila experience. You want to experience that this August 11th at the International Central Gospel Church, Calvary Temple, Sakumono, close to the traffic lights. You definitely want to experience what Tehila is all about with Ohema Mercy. Then we have Cabum, shedding. Is that always a shedding or shedding?
Check this shit.
Hey, yeah.
No, not shit. Check
this shit. What's that? King of a check?
No, like check this shit.
What does it mean?
Cherish it.
Ah,
yeah.
What language is that?
It's a word play.
Check this shit.
Yeah. Check this shit.
Okay, this one. What will I have to eat before I can pronounce it properly? I don't know, but that's Cabum, and he's a rapper born into a family of musicians, and he's carrying that legacy through. You want to listen to his rap. He has a serious rap game. Before Ohema will give us the Holy Spirit, I'm sure he would also perform for us before we go away from this set. But the men have listened to the women, and I'm sure there are some reactions you want to make first, because there's something that Ohema said, that these days it's not just about the women going to, you know, take part of their body out and fix it in some part of their bodies, but the men too are doing it. Have you also heard that men are doing it?
No, it's a news. I mean, this is the first time.
This is the first time you're hearing it. I just say you've heard that.
I haven't heard that men.
This is the first time.
That doesn't mean
we only
that,
go to the gym.
Hey, you only go to the gym.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking of the transgender.
Oh, no. Oh, no. We are talking, Ohema says, men, even the one that fascinated me most is that men also do facelifting.
Yeah.
I was fascinated to have heard that.
The reason why I was saying that.
And you say you've seen some people do
Yes,
that?
I was watching this documentary on BET.
Okay.
And then I saw some men go to the hospitals specifically to do their flat tummy and then facelifting.
Hey!
Probably their line of work, they use, their face is something that brings them the money, so they want to keep it in shape. I don't know, but the pot belly issue, I mean, it's something that I've thought of before, that if there was any way of getting it done faster than hitting the gym for years, why not? Because we're making it, technology is making things easier and easier, even though it's
And I think
killing us.
that's the reason why they go to the hospital.
Okay. Ohema just told you, would you consider, now that you know that the men can also actually go?
Well, I'll try the gym first. If it takes too long, I might consider.
You might consider that.
Because I don't like it. I wouldn't want it.
And I feel, in a way, for you to beautify your body, for you to maintain your body, technology has improved.
Technology
has
Look, I'm a
improved.
performer. I limit my acting roles if I come up with a pot belly, because then I'll be restricted to what roles I can perform in. I can be cast as a young guy who is smart
sugar daddy.
Exactly.
But what we are not looking at
for the work, and that's why the motivation has to be towards a certain purpose. If it's just flimsy, and then you may run into, you may regret.
But Adjetey, what we are not looking at is that with the face lifting and the body, whatever, you need to have money to maintain it all the time. There's so much disadvantage in it. Seriously.
I didn't know that side.
Oh, yes. And that's the disadvantage in it. And it will come to a time where you have to add up. And by the time you realize you are off the hook. And that's why I don't really buy the idea of you doing.
Okay, with body enhancement, it's the decisions of the have and have not.
Okay, so for you, it's about the money. If you have
It's about the money.
But the way you keep talking about this
I
thing,
feel like...
I also feel like one day, when you have it, you will do it.
Oh, of course. Once it's technology and I need to enhance my body to look beautiful, I'm maintaining it. I'm investing in my housing. I don't think it's something...
this one goes beyond your house, you are going to be cut.
No.
So it goes into your...
Whether I cut or do not cut, I'll die.
What if along the line the money is not, is not there
Even
again?
when I live on earth, I'll still die. See, whilst living, if I have to beautify it, I'll beautify it.
I'm saying that what if along the line you don't have the money?
She said she's okay because she will still die.
Along the line, if I don't have the money, then I will try and do the gym and then be trying to see
at that
how
point, you need to maintain. You have not
because
maintained.
I don't have the
You will
money.
die.
No.
Because there's supposed to be some maintenance and you're not doing it. And so I hear some people even get rotten.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
of them.
I feel when it goes wrong,
has
it depends on who did it for you. You know, these days we have quack doctors doing things and we have the professional ones doing things. So it just depends on who you went to. I don't think it's something that you will do and then your body will rot. It depends on cheap side. It depends on who you went to. Papa woman
I mean, just to add to his, I mean, naturally, I mean, if you have a medical condition and you go to the hospital, there are people who go for surgeries and they lose their lives. And the others come in crippled in one way or the other. The safety is very, very important, whether whoever you're going to is really authenticated, etc. And I think that's what we should look at. And the motivations as well, for me.
All our problem is self-discipline.
And that's what we cannot keep up with.
That's it.
But the gym is hard though.
I believe in that too.
Self-discipline.
She's talking about the gym and what you eat
Oh
and all that.
no, even with the gym, it still doesn't, sometimes it doesn't work for some people. It's not about self.
No.
Well,
To me, I think if you don't do it well, it's not going to work for you.
So there's a particular
there
way
are some
you gym.
facts,
Yeah.
there are people who are so...
We have good trainers. If you go to the gym, they have good trainers who will train you. Maybe if you push it like this, you won't get what you want to get.
There are people who are so fat and gym doesn't work for them.
No,
and
they
because
don't do
of
it
heart
well.
conditions
It
and
takes
because
time.
of the
In
fact they
gym-
have to
gym,
go
and it takes
through
time. No,
body
it takes time.
enhancement for them to be able to be fit because of their heart conditions.
I'm not cutting you, but there's certain persons who are not allowed to lift weights because of their medical state or their blood group, whatever. What happens to those people then? They have to find other ways in So they have to walk.
Okay. So so let's now distinguish.
Yeah.
If it's for a medical reason,
Yeah.
like you said, the motivation. If it's for a medical reason, why not? But some people, it is not medical. It is just a quest to look a certain way.
The quest to look a certain way is all dealing in the mind, mental health. If in your mind you feel you do not have big boobs, so you don't feel confident about yourself, because you feel you don't have big, it's affecting you mentally. Doing it makes you happy. You are mentally satisfied. So you do it to make yourself happy. Desire achieved is joyful to the heart. So if you want to do your bum to make yourself feel confident, I don't think there is nothing wrong with you doing it. Once you have the money to beautify your body. No, because it's technology and it has advanced.
But do you think that there's a need for us to be worried? Because it's looking like now nobody even cares what the explanation is. Everybody is doing, let me also go and do. I've got some money. They say there's some doctor here that can fix it. Let's all go. And everybody is following. And it looks like it is what everybody is doing. So if you, it's more like
consequences is too much.
Yeah, there are reasons why people do it. And I know peer pressure.
Is there a need for us to be worried as a society that the focus is drifting this way? That everybody needs to, like I said, I keep saying that we hear it in our songs. We see it on the screens. It's on social media. It looks like those with these assets, in quotes, are the ones who are given, especially in this sector, are given the opportunities. They're the ones who seem to be the ish, you know? So is there a need for us to be worried because our kids are looking at what is happening? Our siblings are watching. Are we supposed to be worried as a society?
Yeah, we should be. We should be worried because, like I said, it's an individual decision. So if children or kids are watching TV and they fail because they maybe their body is enhanced, they have big bums and they want to do, there should be a reason. And the reason is probably maybe watching it on TV and seeing it. That's being pressured. People do it for whatever reason. So for you to be able to do body enhancement is based on the reason why you are doing it. So if people are doing it and you want to do it because you see it on TV, then that means you've been pressured to do it.
You think that we should be worried?
I think that we should be concerned. You know, it's just like the attitude towards music videos sometimes. You know, there's a genre where, you know, you can have a music video without girls in skimpy dresses, half naked, you know, and wiggling their bum and twerking. I mean, it's a question. It doesn't mean that everybody should go twerking, you know. And so you need to be, we need to be concerned that we are not sending the wrong message that it's okay to therefore go to school like that or walk on the streets like that. And once again, you know, the choices that people make, and you have to be, we have to continue to lay the foundation where people can, you know, draw the lines between, okay, this is for that and this is for me as an ideal person. And so, yeah.
Cabum, you have rapped, you said it in your song, you said it's nice.
It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah. And yeah, the reason why people are undergoing the knife, if you say it's beautiful, and I don't have it, then it means that I don't fall within that beauty.
Oh, no.
So I have to go and find it.
You have it.
No, I'm talking in general. I'm talking in general that, for instance, if you say it's beautiful, they come and rap and say, but you say, then I don't have it. And I begin to say, since he says that's what is happening, let me find money and get somebody.
Maybe you are getting it wrong. If I say maybe you're banning a tour or whatever, it's nicer. Maybe you don't have the tour doesn't mean you are not nice. But
you are sending a message to me.
Yeah.
I'm part of the people who are listening. It's not like it's filtered to say it's only the people who have what you're talking about. It's only them that are qualified to listen. But you're sending the message to the world. You're sending the message to everybody. And so people, like how they say these messages are supposed to transform society, it is having an influence somewhere, somehow.
So my advice is, if you don't have the tour, and maybe you want to have the tour, the best way is just to hit the gym.
But it's not working, but you say it's beautiful.
It will work. If you do it well on Kwandia, it will work.
It's taking too much time.
But because my reason is, even so when you're a good surgeon, crampona, maybe like, some years later, I'll be regret it.
No, he must said that as well.
Yeah. So me, it doesn't speak well for me.
But again, would you also want to revise the kind of messages people put out there? Because it looks like to some extent, the problem is coming from what we say on air, what we seem, like I'm saying, in our songs, the women we put on our screens to feature in our music video, and they are shaking, and I'm like, flat chest.
But I didn't even say, listen to my point. I didn't even say, Obia one you get it, Obia one idea. Senior was it where call me to chocolate, chocolate, Obia and a color. So they mention, me say always, me can be say, and Marco corner me pay. So they mention, so me pay Marco doesn't mean say, be a girl, bina, who feel it, cherish you have to go and bleach.
But that's what you said. Maybe the girl, the girl likes you, so listen, because you have said
bleach,
that.
Skin bleach, And
you didn't say, you say you want a Marco.
But a Marco corner me pay, a Marco corner natural.
No, but you know.
Listen, a Marco corner me pay, Marco corner and coupon bomb like when you say.
So add that to your lyrics.
So it should be natural.
No, add that to the lyrics so that you don't put pressure. Ohema, don't you think that, like I keep saying.
It's a worry, seriously, because most of this youth and the next generation is looking up to us positively, and the negative part of it will affect them a lot. So I believe that there should be an education and not to copy blindly, because most of these young guys, like in his video, whatever he was saying, will believe in him because they feel that is the correct thing that they have to copy. And at the end of it, there's so much disadvantage, especially when you are growing to some specific age. So I believe that there should be that education where people will believe in themselves. However God created you, you look beautiful and you are powerful. That is what I believe. And the only thing you have to do is to maintain yourself.
Finally, before we go, how did we even get here? Why did we get here? Anybody has an idea how and why we got here?
I mean, some things are inevitable. I mean, because of how our world is growing, I mean, these things will come up every now and then. Today, it's body enhancement. Tomorrow, it may be something else. If you don't have a pointed nose, I mean, nobody's going to marry you. I mean, so I mean, for example, that may be an issue that will be.
So then again, it goes back to why I said that the men are becoming the reason why people are doing that.
That shouldn't be the case.
Because if I don't have that and nobody's going to marry me, and people are having that, I'll also go and find it.
No, I don't think that we should limit it to that. I think that as we grow as a people, fundamentally, as Ohema said, that it should be inculcated in every growing child. You know, what is ideal, what we're striving towards. Those things will come in as flashy things, but they don't. You can't sustain them, and they're not substantial. Yeah. I think that once you inculcate in these young ones when they're growing, the choices are left for them to make, because nobody's going to make the choices for you. You must be responsible for your choices and your actions, and the consequences, you know, we're all supposed to.
Let me ask you this, and I ask him, and then I think they'll have the final words. Ruth made an allegation that, of course, we've seen the adverts, that men are also going for penis enlargements and all that. Do you also find that one to be ridiculous, or you think that that one is normal? If you think that you're deficient when it comes to that aspect, it's okay to go say, enlarge it for me?
You know, it's very easy for us to condemn and judge, you know, certain actions just because we wouldn't want to do that, or we don't want to find ourselves in that category. So I'm always cautioning, you know, when we want to condemn people. You may not know the reason why they want to do it. I mean, it's their choice. I wouldn't do it, but if you're going to do it and you have your choice, that's up to you. So that's where I would want it to leave it at.
You think like you said, Obi any day, you know what I mean? Sometimes you say, Obi any day, it's like this. So like, oh yeah.
So for you, it's okay if the person is like that and they want to go and enlarge, you think that is fine?
If it's fine for him, then cool. But to me, I wouldn't do it.
You wouldn't do it.
I would never do that.
You would never do that.
Nah.
Maybe because you are not deficient in that area.
I would still not do it.
Even if you were?
Yeah.
Okay. So I asked him initially that if his wife came to him and said this, that if you had a partner who came to you and said, look, I feel that I'm not okay. I've seen boys have, you know, stuff, and I also want to go and enlarge, would you say, oh, okay, go ahead and go do it?
I don't think my partner should have a problem if I haven't complained. That means he's cheating. He's doing other stuff. His other concubines who are complaining, not me.
Is it then fair to say that the women who go and do these parts of their bodies is because their partners have complained?
Like I said, it's a personal decision.
So how come his is not personal? He cannot decide on his own that I'm not okay.
Because I'm the one using it.
Thank you.
But
it's his, but I'm the one using it.
Wait,
so it's in my decision to also make whether he can go and do it or not.
But Ohema, she said that as for the women, they don't believe that it's the men that is causing it. But this one, the man says, and the women are doing it because they want to. But this one, the man too, he wants to.
Seriously,
he wants to.
God created it for me.
Hey!
For me alone.
Exactly. So that is not
I'm
even
okay
his
with
decision
it. So
to
why
make.
would you go out there and feel?
But he is not okay
complaining.
with it. Why you are sitting on his right as a human being?
No. I'm okay. So why would you complain?
Okay, so on that note, it means that the men who are buying the enlargement things, you know where else you're going. Your partner say if they're okay, there's no need. But this is how much time will allow us on this conversation. I don't know if anybody has any last word. I think you said something. You also have given your last word. Adjetey, you're okay. Ruth, you're okay. So they've all shared their thoughts. Of course, these are their personal thoughts, and it has nothing to do with what anybody thinks. You can also share your thoughts with us on our social media platform. We'll be glad to hear from you. So you heard from Adjetey Anang, who is an actor, a tutor at NAFTI, or a lecturer at NAFTI. Ruth Oti is an actress. She is a lead character for Sadia. And Ohema Mercy is a gospel songstress, the woman behind the Tehillah Experience. She has transitioned from being in the classroom to ministering the gospel around the globe, and we are so proud of her. And also the man who has music in his DNA, Cabum, said the last one.
The Chedishi.
Yes, I said I'll have to eat something to be able to mention that. Chedishi. Yeah. Cabum Chedishi. Yeah. And he's a rapper. You need to check out his music. So who's going to take us home? Is Ohema going to do? Oh, she says you. You said she rap us home. Let's say special thanks to Furniture City for holding us down, and they're located on the Spinks Road. You can come here, buy furniture for your home and for your office, your school, your church. Thank you very much, Furniture City. We appreciate you.
Okay, so I have a new one with Sarkodie and then Stoneboy, Zachary. The video is out. It's on YouTube, so go check it out.
So is that how you're taking us home? Rapping my name, coffee.
Me rapping. Ohema wa hanu me say.
Ohema so onte wo nka opese ote wo nka.
Me can't say be as a own dem each na say.
On person what dilute to gospel. So just you should feel free. Please feel free. Let's go.
Okay, let's do the album. They say aswodin abodin anodin na ya hoodin na kamo aben aginedin pochan lee me ma rappers am ho hene punch clean support sing be before say bibia be bana kon be me be kra no best rapper no wa bread cracking bread brother bibia be ye better anti brani en kan bom ni jai beef say Yvonne Bella there di there mami di me there me kade di there me dey and kra me ten there the wish I'm dead I know hear them my case I'm deaf don't come in who don't doss ya doss wo there fiem biem I'm a din cherish won't ya say koto a gym the MMA feeling me rap say where talata word that black light.
Hey, and that'll be it for our show today. Good evening.